Alright friends, welcome to Nitex Chess. Today we are analyzing a game played between Anatoly Karpov and Garry Kasparov in 1985. This is the match from World Chess Championship of 1985. With the white pieces, Anatoly Karpov was playing and Garry Kasparov was playing with the black pieces. In this game, Garry showed some good moves and he strengthens his bishops and knight on the d3 square, and these strategies are amazing. Let's start the game without wasting time. Here, white started with e4 pawn, king's pawn, and black replied with c5, Sicilian defense. So then knight f3 and e6. This is the French variation of Sicilian defense. And here, white breaks center with d4 pawn, c takes d4, knight takes d4. This is the main line of Sicilian against Sicilian, and knight c6 comes. Here white will not exchange the knight because then b pawn will be strong. It will come on c file and it will support d pawn, and anytime this center break can come. So that's why white will not go for the exchange here. White brought his knight on b5 square. Normally this knight stays here on this square, d4 square. White develops his knight, black develops his knight, and whenever threat comes on this knight, second threat, this knight will go on b3 square. This is the main strategy for white against Sicilian, because anytime white wants to push his f4 pawn, and if knight comes on f3 square, and then this pawn cannot be pushed. White went for knight b5, black did d6 because this knight was sitting here and black must exchange this bishop with knight, and afterwards white can be strong on dark squares. So queen will be here. So that's why black pushed d6 pawn and white did c4. Knight comes out attacking this pawn, e4 pawn. Black brings his first knight, b1 knight on c3 square, and then a6, threatening knight. Knight comes on a4. Now we can see knight is really passive. It is standing on edge, and knights on the edge, knights on the rim are dim. It's said. Black goes with center break, d5, c takes d5, e takes d5, e takes d5, threatening knight, and knight comes on b4 square, attacking this pawn 3 times. Let's see. And here white has not sufficient defense of this pawn, but here white is a pawn up, so it's not bad to give this pawn back and develop his own pieces. But here white tried to save this pawn and black didn't capture the pawn. Black just played with his own strategy. White develops his bishop on e2 square, black comes on c5, bishop c5, castles, and then bishop f3. Now white wants to protect this pawn, but why? He must have gone for knight maneuver and make really good square for knight, position for knight, but he didn't do that, and he went for bishop f3 protecting the pawn, and then bishop f5. Now we can see this square is really weak and knight can anytime jump on this square, and white will be cramped sitting knight, opponent's knight in 6th rank, on the 6th rank. See how dangerous it is. Now bishop went for g5, pinning the knight. Black developed rook on e8, queen comes on d2 and b5. Rook at a goes to d1 and knight came on d3. Now white is feeling a bit pressurized. As white did knight a goes to b1, the position is almost down white, and this knight is really passive. Then black did h6, bishop h4, and b4, threatening the knight. Now knight cannot go on e4 square because of some exchanges. Black takes, white takes, knight comes, this breaking this pin. If white goes for the queen, black will capture the queen and threatening the rook. He must capture the knight. Here black will be a piece up. That's why knight cannot go on e4 square. He took his knight on a4 square, and now this knight is also passive. It's on the rim. Bishop d6 taking open long diagonal, and this bishop is stopping this pawn from going forward. Bishop comes on g3, tries to exchange, rook c8 and b3, g5. Now black goes for kingside attack. He sees that his king is like protected and this bishop is doing really well, anytime can go back and saves his king, and white can enter from nowhere to the king side. So he pushed g5 pawn, takes, bishop takes on d6, queen takes d6, and knight goes to d7 square. Bishop g2, queen f6, a3, a5, white takes, black takes, and queen comes on a2 square. What black can do further here? He brought his bishop on g6 square back. White pushed pawn d6, and now comes g4. Can knight come on this square? Exchanges will be happen, and then queen can enter from here and checkmate. Queen comes on d2 square, king g7, white pushes pawn f3, queen takes d6, f takes g4, queen check on d4 square, king h1, and here knight comes on f6 square. Knight is attacking the pawn, then this threat is really bad because of this knight as well. White went for rook f4, attacking the queen. If black takes, what if black takes? The queen is hanging, right? Yeah, that's why he cannot take. Black did knight e4, queen takes d3. When he brought his knight on e4 square, the firing line of bishop was closed and this knight was vulnerable. How black will justify this move? Let's see. On e4, white takes d3, knight comes on f2 square check, forking queen, rook, king. Here white must take with the rook, he took, and bishop takes queen. Rook comes on d2 square, pinning the bishop, queen e3, rook takes d3, and here black played brilliant move, rook to c1. Now this rook is pinned. If he goes for queen, if he takes queen, first black will capture the rook, bishop comes in between. Now black will capture the rook. Here any of these pieces will be gone because of, this is not protected. If white comes to protect the bishop, black will simply capture the knight. He cannot save his knight anywhere. So kings come on g1 square, as we saw, rook takes knight on b1 square, and here white resigned because of actually exchanged down. He is not a piece down, he is exchanged down for two minor pieces, two rooks for two minor pieces, and black won the game. So this was a long game, 39 moves game by Garry Kasparov, and I hope you liked the game. Share, subscribe, and like the video. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.